Abusia mo nyina makwa ba ye transfer na fe ye di enkomo ahodo na nsom da beto dwa nei ye betema so na ye di enkomo ni nyina efa NPP amanyoko no National Executive Committee omo decisions ahodo mateki se odonfo ye adoma January 31st 2026 omekọ no makwa akoto aba na fe ye yi obi a obetimi etu franka de ama eye NPP amanyoko no ne ba se no bia e che na adwene e de fa ho ye sa top bottom eye approach ho nsensem no nkofo do pi na e kasetia e chere se edan se yesi dan ankasa na yesi free form ne de akosoro yesi free soro fa ma form hu bi wo ba bia da na so monte eye National Executive Committee no omonte omo ase na nanam so ama lawyer Kofi Amwa Esquire oye Kennedy ohina Agyapong eye ne campaign team member na ode nso do pi na de to dwa no wo che se National Executive Committee and National Council e NPP amanyoko no omo ankasa ane betimi ahyehye mra ade ama party no kwa odo mefa so meto aba de beboa ne de amoa nyina na nkono no susue mu de saa top bottom approach ne de ehu ehia wose ehu hia kora se ye betimi ato aba ade afre soro de aba form se ye to aba ne ntemu a e betimi aboa ma obi a betimi aye ne campaign ne ade ade na emom se ye to di fre soro de aba form ne de wose ne susue mu no de one mpanifo eso enya adwene wode nchemu awdo pi na de atodwa yenko ani enti ensem awdo a lawyer aye Kofi Amwa ono so ade atodwa na ye ba be transfer afei ye di ne nsem no enso ho enkomo.
Do you agree with the early conference of your party? Do you agree with the fact that the party would have to as at early January next year you would have to be electing your presidential candidate?
I don't, to be very honest, even the parties, in the wisdom of the framers of the party's constitution, they actually said 2 years before every general election, when we are in opposition, we should elect our flag bearer. I don't think there's anything wrong with having an early election.
Okay.
What I didn't really believe, and this is my personal opinion, is the fact that we had to vote presidential elections before we voted other elections.
Yeah.
So if indeed we wanted to do an early Congress, then I believe that we should have started earlier, build from below, get the grassroots to be more excited, more involved, to know that they are part of the decision making, where they now make sure that their constituency executives already they are accountable to them. They elect them. We do regional, we do national. Then we crown it with the presidential, knowing very well that we have restructured the party from the base to the top. I believe that is how to build an organization, and I think that is the way that we should have gone. I mean, now notwithstanding, as Kennedy said, it's not every time that what you believe will end up being the decision of the party. And also in the wisdom of NEC, they decided that we should build from the top.
Okay.
I didn't really believe in that system, but I mean, this is what the decision of the parties, that was even by the council, highest decision-making body is. And I mean, we are going by it. I think that the big risk with this now is that whoever wins the primary may now be very influential in selecting who becomes the national executives, following that by people who will be in other positions. And that influence will be stemmed from the fact that once he becomes, people who supported him or people who are seen to be more friendly towards him will have much more strength. They may even use that as campaign, even if the person there doesn't involve himself. And if it becomes so, if like that continues and that becomes a trend, it means that sometimes when you have people or like you have a system where everybody there is your person, accountability becomes a problem, because when you are going wrong, it's going to be a bit difficult to get people to make sure that you are accountable to them and make sure that they tell you the truth in the face. So I believe that if you had built from below, now we have people coming on their independent strengths. Yes, other candidates may support people and all that. There was going to be like a very good balance in there to make sure the party itself will be strong. And at times where the flag bearer, definitely being human, where the flag bearer is not going right, the party will be able to correct the flag bearer or direct the person as such.
Now, to the decision of a party not to contest in the Tamale Central by-election, is it sane for the party to take such a decision?
I think it is. I mean, in this time where the party is in its restructuring period, in this time where there's actually competition for resources in the party, where we have an Akwesi by-election to go for, where, truth be told, our chances are much higher than the by-election in Tamale Central, and also looking at the tragic circumstances, surrounding the death of Honorable Murtala Mohammed.
Right.
I believe that it was a right decision for the party to decide that, you know what.
But people are of the view that the NPP knows that they don't have any chance of winning that election. So if you don't even partake or participate in that election, it's no news. Again, they feel that if this by-election should have happened somewhere in a constituency, in a swing constituency, the NPP wouldn't have said that they are not contesting.
I mean, as I said, it takes a lot of things go into the making of such a decision.
Right.
Yes, maybe the strength of the party in the constituency may be part, but I don't see anything wrong with it. But the fact that the party has decided that they are going to even use this act to show respect to Honorable Murtala Mohammed, I think that it's a decision in the right direction, and I commend the party for making such a decision.
From the national organizer, Nana B, he was expecting that once you have taken the decision not to contest Tamale Central, then the NDC should also pull out of. He made a passionate appeal to the NDC to pull out of Akwetia. Doesn't make any sense to you. You have decided to pull out of Tamale Central. The NDC, is not saying that they want to pull out of any election, or they are not saying that the NPP should pull out of any election at all costs. Why make such an appeal to them?
That's why it's an appeal. I mean, it's not. That's why it's an appeal. It's not as if maybe the argument is one that may be grounded in law,
right?
But he may believe that looking at the general circumstances surrounding these painful exits of these two members of parliament, NDC should also decide not to contest. But I don't think that MPP has the legal right to compel NDC. It can only be an appeal. So I mean, if NDC also decides to contest, it's their right, and the constitution of the nation is clear, and they decide what their policy is on some of these issues. So if they decide to contest, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, from what I know and from the information we are picking on the ground, I think that the MPP candidate there is very strong. And what we would have to do is urge MPP people.
Is it Akwetia or Akwetia? Okay,
urge the MPP people to support him. NDC in the race, NDC not in the race. I believe that with the right support, with the right strategy going in, MPP is going to win that seat back.
I was saying, if I quote any a lawyer Kofi Amwan and a Togo, and you think we're not saying someone or the Atuano, your D and common in common.
Yes, because it doesn't make sense. Sense making it sense kakre making it so mo kwakoye your friend is saying early congress na enoba ma kwan ma omo bia omo campaign atumi ahase ntem company for say o hase buru su ntem a na wani bere nti akabeboa wasa kwa na imum if the intention of going for the early congress no say what they call top down approach to abayi flag bearer ansana wako ye executives here and it is neither here or there. A man look artificial as a unsuspected and suspicious be setting in our baby because at the end of the day you be a pan say part ebeba abem and ababem so you need to do sure. It is one and share na se chenchina wo de nipa ba ko bi na wo de no esi nipa dodo na kon ho a emfa because mbenifo aka se wo betu de aboa ponko akonsuo nso onko ho na mu se wo mana no nsuo de oboa enya de abetumi nti wo ntumi impose one candidate emfa nso because through early congress as a ya shada endorsement to be in disguise so what I say there na ba ayi mo pesa chinchina mo de nipa ba ko no na ekro ana mo executives ya mo yi mo taama so mo bebre won mo abar mo tokra mo kotokra na won senya ti ade na obi a woko out as an officer na okoyi obi a obedi party in the next 4 years it never done in anywhere it dey ura kobia mo e kan dey enye me nwanwa because we all know say sebi you nyansafo kroma nyina hunu say sa line na mo pesa mo ye no etoate e mefu nani ada ho etinye afi na mo sa beye kokobro fe na and the people koblabo ati bia na ndisi fo na nkasa sorry MPP fo na nkasa no I think that they haven't learned any lesson and ye onipa bi ho no mo a owo position ko ene de because obi ho ahim bi ntino ene saa de ye mo abro emre bi akura ne mba akwa afuom ana akura no papa no o ka che ne man se nkuma no monwe sorry meku monwe ora mon keka so mon san monwe na akura ko se da na se meku le nya da ne ye so we ne date ne ye ye di abro monwe san no nti ebi mu saa na party nim ona MPP kukudu so oboa adwemba na hyentin bo pese party ne we top position ko top position a na mba kan kofu ti abumanye sika didi so what are they na say boko camp can camp akoye ye no nya kakra di so ye petumi abade a obi a desperate say ye be ntino okwa no akoye wese na okoba omia ho nti onkofo bu ho a omo ankasa party ne ekosko mu nim na nkaye bia se da no mko conference yi na nipa no bebiri na wada ote ai ono so say ai de ai ba ko ni ma do aza ko bi a ote aso dem wada san o san ti commentary na koto share ko fabu so fo eja obi eja na ko akohe no esa so de counterfeit akotomi eti ade no o mo ankasa hunu say if your vision, if all of you, your visions are one, ye compared to media, dear near ya a beboa. And you nipa kitu ebi na beko groupi abakacha say near pese na say na pese all about the masses na obedia and ya sem to mo hwe no mo correct to mo nema anya side opposition see a team where ni
right so shall I share for commenting in the comment section as if MIA yakram